Russia, CQ Russia, WA6AAJ.
Good evening, Mike. WA6AAJ, KM6SR. Yeah, the band is crazy with the radar.
Yeah, that's. I was just talking to Bill on the phone. He was calling me about it. I hadn't heard that one for. I can't remember. I've heard radar like that before.
Yeah, I'm pointed down towards Bakersfield, and it's loud, like you were pointing up to the Sacramento area.
Yeah, I'm pointed towards you, due north, and Bill says he was getting it from all different directions. I'm not sure. Are you in here, Billy?
Yeah, the amplifier is coming on. It's coming from up.
I can't hear him.
There on over the ocean, and it's peaking 20 over 9.
Turn your amp on, Bill.
Well, we got to wait for the filaments to come on.
Saving electrons again, eh?
No, I just didn't turn it on yet. Got to wait till it comes on.
KM6SRR, WA6AAJ, waiting for Bill to turn his amp on.
Yes, sir. I heard there. You saved him a little bit of energy, I guess, huh?
Well, I had figured he would have already had the time delay after I talked to him on the phone, so apparently he waited till the last minute. That's fine. I'm only giving him a hard time because I can.
K6USY.
K6USY, A6F. Man, that radar is almost all the way around on the rotation. I'm pointed right on it now, I guess.
Yeah, I think what we're hearing is aircraft. We're definitely not hearing Beale or, anything down south. I bet it's an aircraft over the Pacific.
It is, and we're on the back side of it, but we're probably going all the way around. That's a friend of mine who was the chief engineer of Channel 30, worked there, and they can run some serious power. I've never heard it this strong in years.
Yeah, my guess is they got equipment up in the air right now.
They got something. I got the amp on now. They'll probably CME on their display. Hello, radio.
Well, that way they know where to aim the missiles.
Know where to aim them away from.
Oh, that's better. I also have a birdie right in the middle of my pass band, but I just notched it out. But I don't think there's any notching out that radar. Hi, Rob. K6USY.
How you doing, Aaron? I got to listen between the beeps to get you, huh?
Yeah, Mike's getting it. He's pointed up north. Yeah, I'm omnidirectional, so of course I'm hearing in all directions. And if you guys are hearing it too, it's probably pretty high altitude.
Yeah, I'm pointed down towards, I guess towards the LA area, sort of, and it's coming in on my entire spectrum screen.
What? Well, they changed frequency because we bugged them. They got off.
No, they're still there. Might be a little weaker.
Yeah, this is what happens when we're secondary to the U.S. military, so. Welcome to 70 centimeters, everybody. K6USY.
You talking about the buzzing?
Oh, yeah, lots of lovely radar. All directions, Mike.
Is it radar or LiDAR?
Oh, they're definitely lying.
Yeah, it's that big high power thing over the Bay Area in that direction. They're up on the hills.
No, that was gone.
Maybe not. Maybe it's back on.
No, I think this is coming from Vandenberg.
It's peaking for me at about 300 degrees.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe it is coming from the Bay Area. I'm hearing it pointed down your way.
I can hear it wherever I point. It's just in that direction. It goes 20 over 9.
Well, and Mike, I think you're, according to what I'm seeing, you're pointed at 13 right now.
Well, I shouldn't be.
Tired of us bothering. I think they changed frequency.
Yeah, they're probably complaining about the bozos right now.
They're probably shooting a missile out towards us. Can you imagine what this thing sideband looks like on their screen?
Well, we're supposed to share with them, aren't we?
They're not even on this frequency. This is probably just the garbage on the side of their transmitter.
Well, the difference is they use the whole band. they're everywhere and anywhere.
Yeah, the one in the Bay Area that's no longer there is but that dish finally came apart at the seams. The bearings that turned that 150-foot semi-parabolic was they just crumbled after too many years of rotation over.
Maybe they rebuilt it.
No, I don't think it's up there anymore. They took it down.
Wherever this thing is mighty potent.
Well, they may have used the transmitters. They may have moved them somewhere else. No, I don't think they had. They wanted to use that site anymore. It was too up in the open, too wide open, too easy to hit.
Well, with how strong we were all hearing it, it might have been coming from an aircraft, at altitude, and it was just kind of blanketing us.
Yeah, they don't usually use that buzzing type radar, though. That's old-fashioned stuff, but I guess it still works.
Antenna's too big.
Oh, they just need a bigger plane.
Real big. Now, those ASW planes and those things that have the deal on top of them, they're usually probably up around 3 gig, I would imagine, or higher. What do you think, Mikey?
Well, yeah, this one goes from about 200 up. The one on Amanam was at 220 or went through 220 megs. And it was potent. I could be sitting in my dad's place in Cupertino up on Highway 9, Wolf Road, way up there near almost in Sunnyvale. And it was so loud it would trigger the speakers in his stereo system. It would just go vrp, even if it wasn't turned on.
Yeah, we had the same problem on Treasure Island when they had the radar running there just for the technicians, when we were going to school. It blanked out everything.
Mike.
Yeah.
Bill says there's a big old tunnel they found from Mexico into Texas or something. Have you heard anything about that?
No, a tunnel, and what would they be doing with the tunnel? Transporting flour, no doubt, right?
Yeah, the crazy flower.
No, it wouldn't be the first one.
Well, what did you hear, Bill?
I don't know. It could be fake news for all I know, but Jerry said he heard the same thing. It was something huge thing that they didn't even know existed. And they were, I have to ask Kerry if he knows anything about it, because they were talking about using some ground radar. I remember years ago when I used to listen to Art Bell and all that stuff, these guys in Arizona used to hear weird ground noises, buzzing. Nobody could ever figure out what it was. The drug cartel was probably digging a tunnel from who knows where to Arizona.
Yeah, San Diego area, that whole border there is riddled with them as well.
I think we scared the radar off.
Yeah, they don't mind moving. And the old one wasn't that agile, but this new one apparently is.
It's probably a plane, and he's now gone over some other area.
You guys running power, Bill would be the one that would scare him off, because there was when I was on in the Bay Area, you have to get permission to even be on 432 with more than 10 watts from Vandenberg. I wrote a letter, and they gave me permission to be on, with the exception that if they asked me to shut down, I would. But I couldn't run EME or anything until I got permission from Vandenberg.
Yeah, now they don't want you running more than 50 watts unless you get approval if you're within the territory.
Yeah, I didn't tell them that I moved over here. Luckily, I'm blocked to Vandenberg here, so I don't. I've got Hildreth Hill in the way here. That's why I can't work that one station down there. Actually, it's why I can't work at even Ron down there, W6QUI. I can't work him on 1296. I look into too much dirt. Anyway, who all do we have in here? I've got 1079, 1100, 47, 800, and
727.
727. Good evening, Mike.
712, KC5DTU.
There he is, KC5DTU, AA6S. You hear anything about a tunnel or something they found in Texas, or is that fake news?
There's a whole underground network of, they call them DUMS, which stands for Deep Underground Military Bases. And the airport up in I think what was it, Colorado, where they were building, and they were doing all of the digging. A lot of those tunnels link, so it's not good, Bill.
So it's not fake news then. They had computers and everything. The picture I saw, is that true?
They got a whole new world down there, and oh boy, I don't want to talk too much, but it's not good what they've got down there. They got a whole network where they run convoys through for resupply and everything, but it's big.
Yeah, I saw the video. Man, they shut down the border. Cars were stacked up from here to who knows where. Well, I'm glad you confirmed it, because I think Mike, my buddy AJ, thought I was crazy.
Well, I don't think you're talking about the same tunnel, Kerry. You're talking about the DUMBs, but the tunnel that he's talking about is one from Mexico into Texas. It's a cartel-type tunnel, over.
Oh, they've got the DUMS that go into Mexico also, Michael. The one that they're finding are shallow, and those are cartel tunnels. But there's the DUMS are even deeper, and they've got those that go into Mexico also.
I wonder what we're using those for. I don't know. You said that you didn't think they were good, but I don't know why would they be considered bad.
The things that they're moving through the tunnels, and the peoples just think escape routes when things get bad for the people that are doing bad things.
Well, pinpoint something. I can't get a handle on that.
Well, some of the cargo that they're using, especially the trafficking, and you got to think of the child trafficking, and for the people that not aware of adrenochrome and all of that stuff, they move a lot of bad stuff through those DUMS, and they weren't put there for good purposes. But the shallower tunnels, we were finding those. I remember the first one that we found when I was working down on the border. They used to set our sensors off,
and we'd respond out to the sensors, and there was nothing there. But what we didn't know was that they would have. Oh boy, they were tunneling underneath the border, and it wasn't until years later that we found this tunnel that come up in a warehouse from across the border. So there's a lot of them there.
Yeah, I think the DUMs though are different. Those are cartels and other things, but the DUMBs, I thought, were most of those were for good purposes, but maybe they've been bastardized, huh?
Yeah, that's affirmative. But the cartels. When I was on the border, like they used to get these guys. There's a city in the state of oh boy, I can't remember the name of the state, but there's a town down in Mexico called Sonora. In the state of Sonora, there's a big town down south called Cananea, and it's famous for mining. And they used to get these miners, the cartel, to dig these tunnels, and when they would finish them, then they would kill them. So they would kill the guys that built the tunnel to keep them a secret. But they've been doing that for years, Bill. And before I retired up in Canada, we found the first one coming across from British Columbia into the United States up there. So that's nothing new.
Sounds scary, Kerry. Thanks a lot for the info.
Yeah, roger that. Well, the U.S. government is slowly developing technology. The best that they used to have was the ground penetrating radar, but they've developed. There's a bunch of new stuff out now, especially with satellites, and they're detecting these things and finding them quicker and faster. But what Mike is referring to also is DUMs. They call them DUMs, and these things were set up, and some of them not for good things. It's bad.
On the other hand, the basic purpose of it was to have protected from nuclear and all the rest of that. But some of these stuff, I understand some of the DUMs have tunnels right underneath places like Walmart. That gives them access to food and stuff to supply if they have to stay underground a long time. They've got access to food. I understand that was okay to actually by some of the Walmarts, wasn't it?
That's affirmative. A lot of the Walmarts that they shut down, and if things were to go south, it was set up for a resupply network.
Yep. So it had good purposes and good thoughts initially, but maybe it is being used incorrectly at this point. Oh boy, we don't even need to get Trump into that, do we?
Well, I think we're already into it, and that's some of the exposure that's coming, Michael. It's going to be hard for a lot of people to swallow when they see what all has been going on and what our own government has been doing and involved with. So it's slowly coming out, but for some people it would have been just too much, but little by little.
Yeah, a little easier to take if they dribble. That's sort of what they're doing with a lot of different things there. Epstein not excluded.
Yeah, Roger. Well, I sent you some stuff today, and his expose, and as I said, I said a long time ago, he's not dead, and he was. Some of the stuff I sent you is exposing his connection to FBI and CIA.
Yeah, that's really coming out from a number of places. Very good. Well, listen, this is interesting, but not usually Bozo material. I don't mind, but I don't think it's well, I didn't say it's not helpful. It's very good. I like to have that stuff out in the open and talk more about it. And it's nice to have somebody like yourself that has personal knowledge of some of these things and can verify. Some you can, some you can't, but I know you've seen a lot of stuff that we don't have access to. KC5DTU in the group, K6MYC, Bozo Net. Who wants to check? You want to check with a Tascadero there, Bill?
Yeah, I'll head down that way.
711, K6M. I hear 711, very weak. You must be pointed somewhere else, John. Has anybody worked, well, I don't know, has anybody worked Ralph tonight?
Not me, KM6SR. I'm going to go down and feed the cats. I'll be away for a bit.
W62UI, AA6S.
Okay.
Mike, I think his antenna is still broken.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He can't rotate on 432, can he?
Yeah, correct.
W62UI, W62UI, AA6S.
I don't think Bill's getting any response there.
Doesn't sound like it.
No QUI, AA6S.
Somebody talking on frequency somewhere. Can anybody hear that, or is it coming out of the Bay Area?
KC5, DTU.
Go ahead.
Did you get a delivery today?
Yes, I did. I got one ball, and I'm waiting for the second one now so I can complete my tasks.
Okay, very good, very good. I guess Rob was trying to save me a trip up there, so we'll still get something worked out here.
Yeah, okay. Well, I was going to call you today because we're planning on trying to go to the Fresno Club meeting tomorrow. And I thought that would be an easy place, and then I went through the whole day and I forgot to call you. But if you were going to the club meeting, you could have just brought it over there. But that's all right. Rob and I had a good chat, and he got a chance to chat with Judy a little bit here. So he didn't seem to mind. He's got no candy at home, so she's off in South Carolina somewhere. So he didn't mind stopping in for a few minutes, which was nice. Over.
Roger, roger. Okay. Well, we'll see you at the club meeting anyhow. And I'll have to go in and get Laura to jog my memory on it and make sure I go tomorrow.
Okay. Well, there's an outside chance we won't make it. It sort of depends on what happens with Carolyn's daughter. She's away right now, but we expected her today, but it looks like she's going to be coming tomorrow. And but it may not even happen tomorrow because she's got a lot of things on the agenda for tomorrow. I thought it may be better if she drives down Saturday without any time constraints. But either way, we can work out something. And the only thing we have is to we have to put the dogs in the bedroom for 3 or 4 hours. But I think they can handle that. Over.
Roger, roger. Okay. Well, I'll let you get on with the net, and I'm going to step outside and try and back and forth in. So KC5 DTU.
All right. We'll see you in a bit. KC5 DTU, K6MYC. We'll look at your stuff tonight when I get off of here. We'll go in and get on right away and get caught up a little bit. We've been busy enough that we haven't had a chance to look at most of that stuff, and Judy doesn't like to watch it late at night, so just have to get started on it a little earlier. All right, take care, Kerry. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to go towards Santa Cruz, guys. Here we go.
United. I'm not sure if you're still rotating, but I was hearing you when you were talking to Atascadero, and I'm not hearing anything right now. Are you out there?
Yeah, I'm here. I wasn't talking to Atascadero. I had the antenna up way off axis. I didn't know. I think I was up over 300. Good evening, Lee. AF6 United. I guess Tom's not going to be here tonight, so you're the mainstay tonight. 10-9-8, the countdown, Bozo. Go ahead. AF6 United, and then you can listen for Bill and AA6S and WA6 Alpha Juliet. Both have guns aimed at you there. AF6 United, K6MYC. Good signal.
All right, yeah, you're coming in here now quite nicely. Definite Q5, as you say, armchair copy. So all is well tonight, and the band seems to be nice and stable. And I'm just waiting. My daughter is coming in tomorrow from Boston, and my son is here, although he's not home right now. He is also here visiting. We are probably going to have a full house here tomorrow night, and so we're just trying to get everything ready for that. And I hope that was enough transmission there for anybody that wants to point their antenna this way to try and get a copy on me. K6MYC from AF6 United. Back to you.
Okay, very good, Lee. Yeah, you're going to have a gang coming in. Hey, that's good. But I imagine everything will be calmed down and where you can probably check back in on Sunday night. There's no other check-ins before then, so maybe you'll be freed up to get on Sunday night there. If not, we'll understand. Let's see. Bill, are you copying Lee there in Watsonville area?
Yeah. A6MYC, AA6S, AS6 United, AS6 United. Your Q5 most of the time, a little bit of QSB, Lee, but I'm copying 99% of it. See if you can copy me. AS6U from AA6S, over.
Roger, AA6S from AF6U. I do copy you, but you are right down there at the bottom of the noise level, or at the top of the noise level there. So it's a little bit of a rough copy, but I understand everything that you're saying. Your Q5 here. So it sounds good tonight. So Charlie Mike 96 Delta Victor is my grid, my micro grid there. So I know we've worked before, but thank you very much. I appreciate it. AF6 United, back to you.
Lee, he's in Visalia. You may have to point the antenna a little bit off of me to the south. Over.
Okay, I kind of hate to mess with the antenna.
Kilo 6 Victor Bravo Golf 971.
So touchy. It seems like just a tiny bit of movement, and all of a sudden everybody's gone away.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's see if Bill was able to squeeze anything out. Did you copy any of that, Bill?
Yeah, I'm still here. K6MYC, AA6S, AF6U. Yeah, Lee, turn your antenna a little bit more towards the south. I'm probably quite a bit more off from Fresno. But anyway, your Q5 99% of the time, but not real strong. AF6U, AF6 United from AA6S, over.
Bill, W6CQL.
We hear you. CQL's in here also.
Did you get me, Mike?
Yes, I did. Hang on, Bill. Dave.
Okay, I did hear AA6 Sierra there, and I could just barely make him out this time, though, because I did start to swing the antenna. So I think I'm going to bring it back to my normal location and see how things may improve a little bit. I'm not sure, but that's I'm gonna shut up and park it right here.
You probably didn't go far enough to peek on him. You're not that narrow. I've got two Yagis that are 4 times longer than the one you have. You talk about narrow beam width, and so you should be able to handle that. but I think you have to peek on his signal and forget where it's pointed. Just keep wiggling the antenna back and forth till you get his signal up a little bit. He's running way more power than you are. So it's surprising to me that you're not hearing him any better than he's hearing you. It's reciprocal, sort of, as I see it. Over to you, Mike. Let's see if you've got any copy on Lee this evening. WA6 Alpha Alpha Juliet in the group, K6MYC.
AF6 United, WA6AAJ, Delta Mike 06. Lee, you're very strong here in Clovis, over.
Roger, Roger. Well, you're like an S4 here in Watsonville, so yeah, you are loud and clear. You are very strong here for me tonight, and I think actually we have a pretty good path between us, because I think we've worked before, and I think that, yeah, you come in really well. Actually, Ken also comes in really well when I've got him on the band, too. So, yeah, it seems like we have a good path between us. And then I think there's a couple of little hilltops that kind of encroach in the way as I go further northward. And I know that Visalia is south of you, so I tried to swing the antenna down there. I went about 30 degrees, Mike, so, you know, I didn't really get much of any improvement in that direction, and so I just brought it back up here. But anyway, WA6AJ, yeah, I've got a really good copy on you. Sorry I'm rambling. AF6 United, back to you.
Roger, Lee, no problem. Yeah, you're pretty much due west from me as far as the crow flies on the rotor. So anyway, good signal. AF6U, and I'll turn it back to Mike, KM6 or K6MYC.
Okay, thanks, Mike. And how about anybody else copying Lee over there this evening? How about you, Rob?
I just came back upstairs. I'm trying to peek on, so if he gives a little chatter, I'll see if I can find him.
Okay, I'll leave it right where it is, Lee. I think if he's going to hear you, he'll find you. Make one more transmission and give a call to Kilo Mike 6, Sierra Romeo, over.
KM6 SRR. I really can't hear you tonight. So normally I can hear you just barely above the noise, very much like AA6S. But yeah, I cannot hear Rob tonight. So I will probably just shut up here and turn it back to Rob, KM6SRR. If you can hear me, AF6 United, back to you.
Yeah, I can just barely hear you, Lee, and make out probably 80% of your words there. I don't know if you're hearing me better now. I'm pointing more towards you. KM6SRR here.
You should hear him. He's running much way more power than you are, Lee.
Oh, I realize that, but I think there is also, like I said, a big pile of rocks in between us, even though it's probably maybe only 10 degrees off of where you are.
KE6VON, 1040.
Roger, hang on, Adam.
Mountain section there around the San Luis Reservoir, and I think that that's one of the things that's kind of narrowing my pathway there through into Clovis. So anyway, like I say, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So KM6SRR, I can barely hear your audio out there, but if I had to try and copy anything that you're saying, I really couldn't do it. So sorry, tonight is not going to work out for me. So I'll say 7-3 to you, Rob, and Bill, and I'm not sure, WA6AAJ, I'm not sure what your name is there. I didn't quite catch that, but 7-3 to all you guys, and I'll say K6MYC. This is AF6 United. Back to you.
Okay, Lee, AAJ's handle is Mike, the same as mine. His name is Mike. And Rob, what is your power level right now, Rob?
Yeah, I'm running barefoot on this band, just 75 watts.
75, probably the same, Rob, that he's running over there. He's hearing you, but not very well. but he's got no copy, essentially, detecting you. Rob's hearing you a little bit better than you are hearing him. How much power are you running, Lee, over?
This radio is rated at 50 watts, so I'm pretty sure that's pretty much where I'm running right now. That's kind of what the meter is showing. It's showing 49 to 50 watts there, so I think I'm putting that much out, and that's about all I can squeeze out of this poor rig, and the antenna is doing the heavy work on my end, and you guys out there are actually doing all of the pulling me in, so I guess I have to get my antenna higher up in the air. K6MYC, AF6 United. Back.
Okay, very good. Well, probably that. You may also. Is that the 847 you're listening on?
Roger, Roger. Yeah, I run the 847 for all of these nets these days because it's got a little bit higher power on the VHF UHF side. So that's the rig that I've got, and I like it. I really do like it a lot. It's got really good reception, and it's definitely a good rig from my perspective.
Okay. Well, it may not have the best receiver on 432. A preamp would probably help you. Anyway, enough of that. We'll let you go. Rob, how did you do? Any better than the first try on him?
I could hear probably 80% of what he's saying and stuff. So I know he said he needed to raise his antenna a little higher and stuff. So that would help. I have a preamp on the 9700 here. I don't know if he does or not. So that may be a part of the difference there. Over.
Yeah, that's the difference. He does not have a preamp in the 9700. He's got an 847, which is old. And they had a good sensitivity on 2 meters and 6 meters, but I don't know if it's that good on 432. All right. Thank you, Lee. 7-3. We got others locals here. Let me bring in the two locals quickly, and then we'll get up to W6PQL, who checked in. I've got him checked in. K6 VBG, K6MYC. Go ahead, Dave.
Why, good evening, Mike.
Yeah, good evening. You're sounding very good and strong here. Go ahead.
Imagine you enjoyed it quite well. Me, I'm cooking out here, so I'm not going to be with us long.
Okay, very good. No problem. Well, good to have you in here. This Dane's missing the last couple of nights. I don't know where he is, but he should be in here.
Price thing, cool.
Well, maybe. Okay. And then we had another check-in. Who was the other one that checked in? Oh, VON, KE6VON. Adam, over to you and see how you're doing. And what I might do, are you going to be home tomorrow evening, early afternoon, late afternoon, early evening, Adam?
I believe I should be. I think at some point tomorrow I might attempt to do a Costco run, but for the most part I should be around. I'm plugging away at equipment here in the shop, so today was weed eater day, just knocking out whip sticks, trying to get them turned out, ready to sell.
Okay. Okay, very good. Well, I don't know whether we'll get by there or not. I have to get, Rob's going to go in, and I think we're going into the club meeting probably around 5:30, 6 o'clock, something like that tomorrow evening. We can give you a call on the phone before we leave here and see if you're there. Okay, good to hear you. Thanks much, and good to know that you're keeping busy there, my friend. All right, let me see. 73 to you, Lee, and I'll move up to the Bay Area here and see if we can get W6PQL in here. That should be stronger for PQL. W6 Papa Queen London in the group, K6MYC. Anybody else in the Bay Area? I heard PQL earlier, K6MYC, Bozo Net, Bay Area.
I'm here, Mike. I just didn't have the antenna on you. I had left it on dual setting, but I'm here, W6PQL.
Okay, very good. Good, good. And I heard Paul underneath you there. We have you, Paul, just a second. Okay on everything, Jim? And you might take a listen to, I'll finish with Paul here, and then we can take a listen for anybody else in the Bay Area. I should hear Fred. He should be in here. He's always in there on 432. and perhaps JNN and a few others, hopefully. So stand by a second if you can, Jim. One more second. Let me get Paul taken care of here. K6 Whiskey India Sugar in the group K6MYC.
Yeah, K6MYC, this is K6WIS, number 637. I'm on the bounce pass. How copy me, Mike?
I copy fine. Do you have any other check-ins, Paul?
No, negative. I was just having a couple of QSRs with Dennis, WB6ISO. He'll probably check in with you directly later, and also John and Rear Vista KR6MR, but he'll probably check in with you too, over.
Okay, very good. Well, we'll catch John and Dennis in a minute or two there. Thanks much, and we'll finish up with the Bay Area here. So there you go. Back to you, and we'll look for you on the direct path here in about 5 or 6 minutes, I think. K6 Whiskey India Sugar, Placerville on the backscatter path. K6MYC looking for other check-ins in the Bay Area. KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie, KB6BA, WB6WNI, WB6JNN, to name a few. K6MYC listening. KA6MZE. Okay, hang on a second. Do you have a Bozo number?
Yes, 1111.
Oh, 1111. That's right. We had you in here the other night from the Bay Area on your mobile station. Doing a good job from your mobile, as you were the other evening as well. Thank you for that. Don't run away. Let me get Fred in here. KD6SOK. I heard you, Fred, but you're not real strong. Let me peek on you. K6MYC. Go ahead, Fred.
But Mike, you're not very strong either. In fact, you're not even moving the needle. So I guess you're not pointed at me. Yeah, I'm not getting any signal reading at all. I just hear you, but I can't get a signal.
I'm pointed at you now. Go ahead.
That's a bit better. That's about an S3, but for some reason, the conditions aren't that great tonight.
Well, I just moved to where you were, Q5, so I didn't try to peek on it. You didn't stay on long enough for me to do that. Anyway, good evening, Fred. How are you doing?
Oh, pretty good. You know, it's starting to cool off. I got the windows open. It was a hot day. It was really hot over here. Probably not, but I'm sure it wasn't as hot as it was in Fresno. But yeah, it's starting to cool off. We're getting a cool breeze. So one more day of heat, and it's supposed to be sort of back to normal. How about your area? Was it over 100 today?
We were under 100, but not by much. But it was cooler, I think, than they said it would be. We're going to be over 100 tomorrow, and for the next few days we'll be over 100. And then next week it's cooling again. That's what I understand. I don't pay too much attention. I got to go to work and do things in the outside anyway, and if it's 101, I do it. If it's 95, I do it. And I just keep on smiling. That's all you can do, Fred. Good to hear you. And you might keep an ear out, see if you hear somebody I'm not hearing there. KD6SOK, K6MYC.
Yeah, that's a good attitude, Mike. That's a good attitude to have.
Righty. Well, have a good weekend, Fred. Enjoy over there, and enjoy the cooler weather through the weekend, and we'll talk to you perhaps, let's see, 222 Monday night.
Yeah, Monday night. I'll see you on Monday night. Have a great weekend. 7-3, Mike. Good to hear you. 86, that's okay.
Thank you, Fred. 7-3. Now, WB6JNN. Are you there, Jim? KB6BA. How about you, Oliver?
775 is waiting for you up there.
Okay, let me bump the antenna up a little bit more. Have him give me a call, Jim.
Mike up in Daly City, 775. Mikey is listening for you. anything, Mikey?
Well, I got verbiage, but I got signal, but nothing that's readable. So he's pretty weak, but we got him checked in. Thank you, Mike, if you're copying me. Let's see if he's hearing me. KB6 Whiskey, Foxtrot Charlie, we got you, Mike. Go ahead from K6MYC.
Daly City, Mike. Did you hear Mike at all? Yeah, just poor conditions tonight between the two of you. He's okay in here, but up and down like he usually is. Okay, Mikey, all acknowledged.
Well, he was Q4 on the last one, so it's up and down. Good evening, Mike. We heard you fine on the last one. KB6WFC, K6MYC. Have a good weekend, Mike. He must have noise over there. I'm running way more power than he is. Yep, no response. I doubled with somebody. Who was that? Is that you, Fred?
That was Mike. He was just saying thanks.
Okay, thank you. 7-3, Mike. Okay, one last call. WB6JNN, are you there? I'm too far north for him right now. Let me come back a little bit, Jim. I got to have him call me, so if you can get Jim to make some noise if he's even there. WB6JNN with W6PQL to take it, K6MYC.
WB6JNN. WB6JNN, W6PQL, you heard Jim?
I don't think he's here either. I moved down, but the antenna's off of you now, Jim, but no copy on Jim. Okay. Him and KB6BA, and how about WB6WNI? Maybe we'll catch him in a little bit. He's probably having dinner. 7-3 for now, and we'll see you on Sunday night, Jim. Have a good weekend. W6PQL and others, K6MYC going to Oakley. We are up in Oakley. This should be pretty close for Ken. N6 Radio Ocean, N6 Radio Oakley, K6MYC.
Loud and clear, K6MYC, N6RO, local 835. In Charlie Mike 97. The high temperature was 99. It just couldn't quite make it to the century. Dinner was my usual, don't have to cook, chicken Caesar salad from Costco. And busy tonight, Zoom meeting for the IARU. See you on Sunday in 6-hour.
Yeah, boy, you just faded right out in the middle of that, and then you came back when you said, see me on Sunday. I got your dinner, chicken salad from Costco, and then you just dove into the noise, over.
Oh, that's interesting. Fire on. I was running 30 watts.
Well, that's probably why you didn't have any staying power. Now you're very loud. Good to hear you loud and clear, as you said to me with my 800.
There you go. I'm doing about a kilowatt.
Yeah, very good. Well, it's knocking me over now. Good deal. And have fun on the weekend. You got a contest or not this weekend?
Oh, yeah. The IARU contest. It's a big international contest. We're going to do a multi-single with 4 operators rotating. We can't do the multi stuff, but people will take shifts throughout the 24 hours.
Yeah, very good. Now that you never have contests on the work bands, do you?
No, not at all.
When you bring up the IARU, of course, the work bands were sort of created or worked on through them So I always associate them with IARU. But anyway, good deal. We'll have fun in the contest. I'm sure you'll do very well with a bunch of professional, I was going to say athletes, but they're amateurs actually. Professional athletes on amateur radio there. Thanks, Ken. Have a good one. N6RO K6MYC. Good evening.
Yeah, we got the top team operating all four of the experienced operators. I won't have to do much work. I'm just going to monitor AD and take my 10-minute spurts when appropriate. We'll tell you more about the strategy after the contest. N6RO.
Yeah, is it phone and CW?
Yes, phone and CW. We generally do about 80 to 90% CW because the multipliers are only by band, not by band mode. So the only time we'd go to phone, if there's sufficient people on the phone band that are multipliers, then we switch into a 10-minute segment.
Yeah, I got it. That's what separates the men from the boys, doesn't it?
It takes a lot of management and communication among the team.
Oh.
I'm going to be the only one in the shack. The other three are remoting.
Oh, along with everything else. So you can't yell at them. Okay. Well, good luck. Hopefully it goes smooth and you knock them dead. N6RO, K6MYC. Very good evening.
Yeah, we use Slack to communicate with the remote guys. See you on Sunday, N6RO.
A Slack, or was it like a bullwhip?
No, Slack, the communications app.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Oh, very useful. Companies use it, but we use it to manage all of our operations here. We have about 9 channels, depending on what the subject is, and we have one, when a contest comes up, we have a dedicated channel for that contest. So guys don't have to keep moving around. They just monitor one channel at a time.
Yeah, very good. Now, is that SNAP, SNAP, like Sierra November Alpha Papa, or SLAP, or what is it?
It's like Slack in a drooping rope.
SLACK, got it.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, wonderful. Never heard of it, but it sounds very helpful.
Yeah, it's used by businesses mostly and teams like us. I don't know, maybe one of you guys at the shop knows about it.
Yeah, probably Robert. He may know about it. I should see Robert this weekend. I think he's going to come over and I'm going to show him. He's got an a 589 U.S. towers he's just getting up, and it's a little tricky to get it in the tilt-over mode and stuff like that, so I'm going to go through the routine with him and show him all the tricks of the trade. Since I've had 4 of them, I've had them over probably 100 times between the 4 of them over.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's a great tower, too.
Yeah, it is, and he's got a dandy, so he'll be up at 100 feet probably with some of his stuff when he gets it up. Right now he's just got a flagpole on. He put his motivation to get it up was from his wife. She wanted to put the American flag up on July 4th, so they had it up at 100 feet over.
I just put up a flagpole just before the July 4th, and I'm going to put it up again this weekend for the Flag Day.
Very good.
On Monday.
Okay. How high?
5 feet.
Oh, boy. You can reach that one from the ground. I got one of those out on my gate going in the house here.
Yeah, well, I don't leave it out there permanently, and I don't need to throw it up high. It's just for people who drive in can see that I'm a patriot.
There you go. Aren't we all, hopefully? All right, then. Thanks, Ken, and good luck again in the contest. Sounds like you got it really wired this time. Not that you don't every time. Okay. I haven't had a chance to send a message to CQWW-VHF yet. We've just been too damn busy here. Judy's daughter's gone away, but we've got the dogs, and between the dogs and other stuff, it's just too much going on. I don't know if you've heard any response back either, over?
No, I haven't spent any time researching it, but I'll find out how to get with the committee, because a lot of my guys know who is where.
Yeah, and I think they should be aware of us and take advantage of us. That's what I'm trying to get them to do, and be aware of the fact that there's some serious VHFers out here on the West Coast.
Yeah, and particularly if 6 meters opens.
Yeah, and then of course it's. I think we've got something that's relatively unique. I don't know if anybody else is live streaming their stuff over.
Yeah, right. Well, I think the whole West Coast needs to be informed and motivated.
That's it. And they have to give us more respect.
Yeah, that's part of it. But no, New England.
I know it is. I know how New England is, yeah. They need a jab with a pointy stick from time to time. All right, take care, K6MYC. Good evening, Ken.
Good night.
Somebody in there, who was that? They're talking local. How about you, John, KD6 Whiskey Victor Lima, are you there?
Whiskey Baker number 6, yes, sure, Ocean.
WB6 ISO, I hear you, Dennis. Let me just see if I can clean out the rest of the middle of the San Joaquin, Santa Clara, but Sacramento Valley. KD6 WVL, are you there, John? W6WZZ, are you here? And the 6BCC, are you here? How about N5NPD? Well, he said he was going to be here. Maybe I went too long on him. All right, we'll go toward you, Dennis. Here we come.
Okay.
That should be closer. Go ahead and give me noise.
Yeah, give you some kind of noise there. Good evening there to you, WB6 ISO. Yeah. Yeah, I got other check-ins. I did talk to the boys on the Clear Lake area there, so did talk to Dave in 1PPP if you want to go ahead and give him a check-in. He was I talked to a guy up in that area. His name was Paul. And I believe he said it was somewhere in Redwood City or somewhere up that way. Do you happen to know who that is? Not the Placerville Paul. This is a different Paul.
Maybe WA6 something, Mobile?
No, he wasn't mobile. He's come down there. He's up in that area up above Clear Lake. I can't remember where he's at, but anyway, he did check in there, and then I didn't get his Bozo number, and I should have tried to get it from Dave. I'll have to try to get it next time. All I know is his name was Paul, and that's about all the information I got. Then he faded out.
Okay. Was Kent in there?
No, Kent. Just Dave in 1PPP and a gentleman named Paul. And I wish I could have got his better. I thought he said, is it like Redwood, something up in that area?
Yeah, well, there's a lot of redwoods up the coast, so maybe he's up there of Santa Rosa or something.
Yeah, somewhere up there above the Clear Lake area somewhere. Now, I'll try to get more information next time around. But anyway, I'm going to get out of the way, and I know there's other people that want to try to get checked in, so I'm not going to hang up there and let them get with it. Bands up and down like a yo-yo, but you're doing fine. You're 5'9", plus, no problem.
Yeah, you're doing fine as well. I did tell you about Richard. He'll be back Sunday night. He's over in Cedar City with his father, over.
Roger. Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting him back. I'm helping him on a project on his tower of converting it over to the electric winch system, and I turned him on to a winch, so I'm helping him on that project.
Yeah, I've got another fella here. Oh, it's my amateur radio manager at the plant, Robert KR70, he's got a 589 U.S. towers with a tilt-over fixture, but the tilt-over fixture is a manual crank. The crank is rated at 2,500 because, of course, there's a 4-to-1 step-up that lets the tower down. So the weight of the tower is way beyond 2,500 pounds when you're tilting like that. But the winch is rated at 2,500. So what have you been using in that application, or are you doing motor applications where you're just raising the tower up?
The primary one that we've been doing, the winches we're getting, it'll handle the tower if you want to lay it over or whatever, but for switching over primarily, it's just to crank it up, and they're 110 volt, not 12, they're 110 volt, and the rating is like over 1,600 pounds or better. They're pretty heavy duty. I had converted over to my bigger tower, and boy, when I pushed the button on that thing, I thought it was going to take off to the moon. I mean, it moves it up really quick.
Okay. What's the motor? What's the skinny on it? What's the information on it?
I got it off of Amazon, believe it or not, and I'll try to get more information, the exact model number and so on and so forth. It's 110 volt. It's you have to do a little bit modifications to be able to adapt it to what you want to do, but it's not easy to do, but it really works great, and it's 110, not 12, but 110 volt.
Yeah, well, it'd be better. Okay, could you send an email with whatever information you have on it to Robert or kr70@m2inc.com or Robert at m2inc.com, over?
Yeah, that, or I'll tell you what, if you get a chance, just pass him my phone number and have him give me a call, and I'll tell him exactly all I went through and everything else. It'd probably be easier. If you don't have my phone number, it's area code 916-991-2331, and just have him give me a call anytime.
991-2331?
QSL, yeah. Area code is 916-991-2331.
Okay. I'll get that over to Robert tomorrow, and maybe he will give you a jingle.
Yeah, no problem. I put it on my bigger tower, and it handles it beautifully up and down, and I've got another winch on the W51, which is quite a bit lighter. Winch on that one, which handles that one, but it was just a little bit too light for the bigger tower. This one I got now for the bigger tower, yeah, no problem at all.
Okay, you can look up the model number on it?
Absolutely. I'll get the model number, I'll give them all the information, and I think the last price is well under $200 for the whole complete system.
Yeah. What store do you buy it? Is it a Harbor Freight or something?
Got it through Amazon.
Amazon, okay. So just a name and a number. Good. Sounds good. 100 plus bucks?
I think it was around $160, $170, something like that.
Roger. Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah, and it does. It's completely remoted, so you don't even have to stand there. You completely away from it. Yeah, completely remote, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah. That's always handy.
You betcha. So anyway, yeah, if anybody that's listening out there that wants information, give me a call. I'm more than happy to help them and tell you exactly the process you have to go through to convert it over. I did both my towers. It works great.
Okay. Sounds good. 7-3, and let me pick up the other boys there. I think KJ6KFB is probably sitting there waiting. So good evening to you, Dennis. Thanks for the information and the check-ins there, and we'll go forward from here. K6MYC.
Hey, Mike, what relays did Dennis have?
K6MYC, KJ6, KFB 756.
I got your 756, Darren. It's not a relay. It's a motor driving motor to raise your tower or tilt it over. Rob, over.
I thought he said something about some Clear Lake guys for checking in.
Oh yeah, well we got N1PPP K336 and one other guy, but he didn't get the guy's name, call sign. We got his name as Paul, but then he faded out and never got his number. He's up above Clear Lake somewhere there.
Okay, I can try to do a search. KM6SR.
I don't know if he's even a Bozo member, but his only thing we have on him is the word Paul.
Good evening, Rob.
Go ahead, Rob.
Yeah, I was just saying good evening. I could hear him up there. Good evening, Rob, if you're copying.
Yeah, good evening, Dennis. I can barely hear you there. I don't know if I'm peaked on you or not, but this is my antenna system that's all goofy.
Yeah, you're certainly not too terribly strong, but at least I picked you up and I could hear you, and a pleasant good evening to you. Over. One of these days I'll buy a different amp, got a little more juice to it.
Yeah, I hear you a little better now.
Yeah, well, it's only 100 watts. I don't have no big power up here, so you know how that is. But anyway, I'm hearing you just fine. Good evening to you.
Okay, that's good. I'm only putting out 75 watts here.
Okay, 73, take care. And 73 to you again there, Mike.
Okay, 73 Dennis, and I've got Bew Durham, KJ6KFE, booming signal. Go ahead.
Well, good evening. Well, I'm trying to do the best I can with what little I got here. And I believe Bill and John are still hanging in the wings, so I'm going to stand by and let them go. And I got to go race across and take care of some other business. So carry on, Mike, KJ6KFB.
Okay, thank you, Darren. Good to hear you. Very strong signal tonight. Very nice copy. That helps with the 9700 on there. All right, let's see. KJ6KFB signing. Let's get KO6KD in here, Bill.
Yeah, good evening, Mike. Good evening, Dennis, and everybody else on the net. KO6KD, Bozo 776, Charlie Mike 98, where it was 104 degrees, expecting about 106 to 107 tomorrow.
Oh, my goodness. What did you say it was, 106 today? 104. Okay, now we didn't even break 100 here. That's no good.
So when it gets real hot, it gets really hot. So anyway, yeah, that's what it's looking like for tomorrow. So it's going to be real noisy throughout the weekend. But anyway, good evening, and I'll try to be around tomorrow, and maybe I can actually, if I can hear things. I tried calling Phil a couple of times afterwards, and he just simply was not hearing me. Over.
On 40 this morning?
Yes, Roger.
Yeah, he has something in there that doesn't allow him to hear as much as he should. He should have good ears, but he doesn't. I don't know what's going on in Twain Hart, but there must be something up there that's tearing him up. Anyway, he does okay, but you really got to be stronger. And the band was good at the end. He was very strong at the end. He was 10-20 over 9 here, so that might have been, you might have checked in early and then given up.
No, I came back after I didn't have just one phone call, I had 3 of them. So after everything was done, I came back and I did talk to Phil for a moment, but he just simply could not hear me. But I was hearing him with a good 7 S8, S9.
Okay. I'm going back and forth on your signal, and I can't get a peak. You're about 20 degrees right, which isn't right at all. So whatever you're doing, you're spread all over. Yeah, I lost you all together, and then you came back at the end again. Boy, that's weird.
That's the way it is. 7-3.
7-3, and let me get John in here. KR6MR. John, pick it up if you're copying K6MYC. I don't hear John, Bill. Bill, did you say John was here?
He's talking to you right now. Yeah, he was doubling with you there, Mike.
I didn't hear him at all, not a trace. Have him talk again. I'll see if I can find him.
Okay, Mike, here we go again. KR6MR, Bozo 759, Bozo 759. Have you found the rover?
Yeah, we got Chanel. I don't know why I couldn't hear you the first time. The band is making some very quick drives here. Bill dropped out for 10 seconds there. I didn't hear him at all. And then it might have been the same thing on you there. Anyway, good copy now. And when I was calling you, I didn't hear a thing. I guess we were calling each other at the same time. Anyway, good evening. And last night, what was it last night? Last night was 2 meters. We did okay there, of course. It was 1296 that was the bad one. But you're doing fine on 432 here. I just have to be careful where I point. KR6MR, K6MYC.
Yeah, okay, Mike, you came up. Excuse me, at first I could not hear you at all. Yeah, and that's why we doubled. But you were weak and fluttery for a while, but you're pretty strong now. Go ahead.
Well, you're weak and fluttery now, so it's going in and out of those modes, over.
Yeah, well, let's leave it at that. I want to go down and cool off. It almost got 100. It was 99 points.
Well, when I point where you should be, you go away. So there's a skew in the path here tonight. I have to be above 340 to even hear you. So you're probably having trouble with me now. I'm at 337. Anyway, 7-3, and we'll give up and we'll try it again on Sunday night. Thanks. Thanks, John. KR6MR, K6MYC.
Yeah, okay, Mike, 73, and go after Redding, KR6MR.
Roger, 7-3. I'm going to make a call to Redding. Not sure where to point here. I peeked back up on you a little bit, but maybe this is where I have to go for Redding as well. Redding, KD6SW, and I never did hear last night whether he was going to be here or not, but I'm going to call anyway. KD6 Sugar Whiskey, KD6 Sugar Whiskey, K6MYC, calling and listening. Okay, I'm not hearing anything here. And maybe he would resort to CW if you're in there, if you're hearing me at all, Rich. KD6 Sugar Whiskey, KD6 Sugar Whiskey, K6MYC, calling and listening.
803, Course Gold sneaking in here.
You can take a Course Gold. Who was that?
803.
803. Well, it doesn't sound like you, Dan.
Okay, yeah, I've got a little higher on the frequency. If I bring it down, how about now?
Yeah, that's better, I think. Yeah, you were a little bit low-pitched here, but good evening. I haven't heard Dane for a couple of nights. Is he around somewhere?
I'm not sure on that. I saw him loading up the motorhome the other day, so I think they're off on some kind of a jaunt, but I don't know where they've gone.
Yeah, I think he told me about that, something he was going up around Lodi or someplace up there, but he hasn't checked in. At least I haven't heard him.
Yeah, he mentioned the name of the town to me, but I don't remember it.
Well, anyway, we haven't heard him either. That may be why I forgot that he had gone someplace, but normally when he's there, he finds a way to make a signal down here in one way or the other. And I was pointed up that way, and I called for quite a while for other people in the Sacramento Valley there. Double with you. Say again?
Oh, okay. Well, I was just wishing you good luck on the rest of the net. 7-3.
Thank you, Dan. Good evening. Have a good weekend. Stay cool. Okay, let's see. Anybody else here while I'm looking toward up at Sacramento Valley and San Joaquin Valley? K6MYC Bozo Net all the way to Redding.
Kilo 6 Whiskey India Sugar.
Yeah, K6WIS. Better signal here than on the bounce path tonight, but it's fluttery. Go ahead, Paul.
Yeah, good evening again, Mike. You're peaking S7, but QSB fading down to S102. So that's usual for a direct path. But anyway, I thought I'd just check in with you again and see how the direct path is working. How copy me? This is K6WIS.
Yeah.
Over.
We got you fine. It's fluttery and all the characteristics of a not direct path, but it's good signal. Listen, there's another Paul that we're trying to identify. We don't know what his call sign is. We don't know what his Bozo number is, but Dennis worked him briefly. He's in some place that's got the word Redwood in the name. He heard Redwood or Redwood something or others. And it's somewhere up by Clear Lake, but his name is Paul. Does that ring any bells with you?
Negative, unfortunately not. I don't know of any other polls to the west of me there. I don't have regular contact. Over.
Okay. Well, I don't know either. It doesn't ring a bell to me either. You're the only poll that we have on the net right now. And I don't remember working another poll, but that doesn't mean he didn't check in a year ago. So who knows? Anyway, you're sounding good. And I'm sorry. Was it? Does Kent have a problem on 432, or was he just not there tonight?
Yeah, break.
Hang on. Who was in there breaking?
Yeah, WB6 on. So I'm going to make a phone call. I'll try to get hold of Dave. I'll try to get that information. I'll make a phone call so I get that information. All right.
Roger.
Okay, I got that other information for you when you get back on that winch setup. So let me go make a phone call.
Okay. Anyway, Paul, I wonder if Kent 160 has 432. Does he have that band?
I do not know Kent, that's KA60SX. I don't know whether he has a 432 all mode transceiver or if it's just FM over.
I'm pretty sure he has this band, but anyway, Dennis did not hear him tonight and didn't remember whether he'd been checking in here. I know that Dave has the band, and Dave did check in. I did not hear him directly, though. All right, I'll let you go. I'll go up to Redding. Redding. I'll go up to Nevada and finish up the net here, and one last check back in the Bay Area when we get done here. We're missing a couple of people in the Bay Area. 7-3, Paul. Have a good weekend. Enjoy. Shouldn't be too hot, I hope. Bill said it was 104 in Roseville today, going to 106 tomorrow. I don't think we're going to have temperatures like that, so they can take them and keep them. K6WIS in the group, K6MYC 432 Bozo Net.
Okay, Mike, K6MYC and the group, this is Kilo 6 Whiskey India Sugar near Placerville. It's definitely cooler up here in the foothills at 2,500 feet than down in the valley. The peak today, it just touched 100 or just under 100, but it was mostly 90 to 95 degrees here most of the day, over.
Yeah, that was about where we were. We didn't get to 100, I don't think. It wasn't that bad today. All right, thanks much, and see you later. Hopefully it'll be reasonable through the weekend for you. You can always get on the motorcycle and go 100 miles an hour and get cooled off, over.
Yeah, as long as I drink enough water, then I'm okay, over.
Yeah, right. All right, see you later.
73 K6WIS is clear.
Anybody else before we move? Dennis is on the phone call. Call me when you get off the phone, Dennis. I'll be probably done with. I'll stop back here in Sacramento when I get done with the Nevada fellas. Okay, going to Nevada. Here we are in Nevada. N7 Whiskey with Victor Alpha Zulu, N7 VAZ or KE7 UQL, K6MYC calling and standing by.
It is 272, this is KE7 UQL, over.
We got your 272, Daniel. Thanks very much for being here. Always good to hear you. And I was surprised when we went through two nets and we didn't hear you there. You want to take a listen and see if Eric is trying to get through there this evening, N7 VAZ. KE7 UQL with N7 VAZ, perhaps K6MYC. Go ahead, Daniel.
Roger, we'll give Eric a call with November 7 Victor Alpha Zulu, KE7 UQL, over.
Okay, yes, I heard you mention Doug when I was listening in on your show.
UQL, standing by.
Yeah, go ahead. I think I heard him, but we've also got chatter from Placerville in here. Go ahead, Daniel.
Okay, we'll give him one more call. November 7, Victor Alpha Zulu, KE7 UQL. How about it, Eric?
Okay. Anyway, that's what it was. Yeah. Mike just back up here. I'll get that information to him.
Just tell if he's in there, over.
Yeah, I don't think he's there, but Dennis and Paul are in here, so I'll go back. I'll say 73s to you, Daniel. Have a good weekend. Try to stay cool, and everything will sort of be back to normal hopefully next week with Richard back in town probably. Take care, my friend. Thank you for being there. KE7 UQL, and whoever else might be there, but I can't hear, K6MYC 73.
Okay, K6MYC, KE7 UQL 73.
Thank you, Daniel. Big signal now. Bye-bye. I'm coming your way, Dennis.
Yeah, K6MYC, W6ISO.
Yeah, go ahead, Dennis.
Okay, I messed up all the way around. His name was actually Doug. I'm sorry, apologize. His name was Doug. Call KC6RCM, and his Bozo number was 296, Redwood Valley.
KC6RCM, yes, I remember him. What was his name again? You went a little fluttery when you gave his name. Is it Devin?
Doug.
Oh, Doug, yeah, KC6RCM. He used to check in a lot. And I don't know why he's not been in here, but maybe his lifestyle has changed or something. But I wonder why. You could tell him. He could probably reach me. I think I used to work him direct, so we should have no problem. We just got to wait till we get pointed towards Sacramento.
Yeah, okay. I'll try to get that information up there. All right, this other information I have for you on the winch. Are you ready to write?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and again, there's going to be some modifications, and if they whoever wants to give me a call, I can tell them, explain how the thing works. But if you go on Amazon, go under 110-volt winches, and you'll find them. The one is made by Victor, VEVOR, and they have several in there, and this one is rated at 2,200 pounds. There's another one on there by CRE Woods, and it's rated at 2,500 pounds, and those either one will do the job quite nicely.
Okay, I missed the brand name. You went to distorted again on the brand name.
Okay, the very first one is Victor Echo Victor Ocean Robert, VEVOR was the brand name. The second one on there, they can look also on there, is CRE Woods. Okay, and the one is rated at 2,200 pounds at $152.99. The other one's $175, and that one's rated at 2,500.
Did you say CRE Works? The word Works, WORKS?
QSL.
Okay. Good. Well, thanks so much. I'll get him to go on Amazon, and 110-volt winches is what he has to type in, huh?
Yeah, just go on Amazon, 110, and he'll see a whole list of them in there. And then if he gives me a call, I'll tell him exactly what you would have to do as far as the modification goes to switch it over to the tower. It'll be very easy to do, but there is some modifications that's going to be required when you have to. If you actually look at the picture, they're made for a hoist and picking up engines and all kinds of good stuff.
The modifications you're talking about are mechanical, right?
Yeah, no mechanical. It's just the apparatus that it's actually sitting on, and I go to S&K Steel and get a piece of the L bracket, is a nice heavy one to mount the winch on, and place the winch that's on the tower itself.
Well, that's a mechanical issue, isn't it?
Not really. No, the winch itself, there's no mechanical part. It's just the mount of where you're going to, do a little modification on the housing that is holding the unit itself, and to convert it over to set up on your tower. So yeah, it's not, like I say, it's kind of hard to explain. When you see the winch or something, it's easier to explain.
Yeah, but those are mechanical issues, not electrical, right?
Yeah, more the mechanical stuff, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that should be straightforward, and we have a lot of good heads here. But he'll probably want to chat with you about it a little bit anyway. If you could take a picture, that would be helpful, but that's a lot of work, and you may not be able to get a picture to Robert or not.
Oh, I've got pictures of the mine and everything else. I'll tell you what you do. I'll just give you my email. You got my phone number. I'll give you my email address. If he sends me an email, then I will have his email, and I'll take some pictures and that, and be more than happy to send it to him. And just send the email is Cobra, just like the automobile, Cobra66 at AT.net. I have a Cobra 66 AC Cobra sitting in my garage. That's why it's Cobra66 at ATT.net. Yeah, that is a 427 Cobra.
Okay, Cobra. What was after Cobra?
Yeah, your signal went down a bit. No, I said that's the car that I have in the garage, the Cobra.
Yeah, what was the website again? Your email? Cobra at Cobra56.net.
Cobra, just like the car. COBRA, Cobra66 at ATT.net.
Oh, 66, because I'm hearing 56. Okay, thank you.
You betcha. If he shoots me an email, I'll have the email address. I'll be happy to take some pictures and send some pictures down, and any other information he needs, just give me a call.
Yeah, well, his email address is easy. It's robert at m2inc.com. That couldn't be any easier, could it?
Pretty easy, yeah, right.
All right. You could just send it now, and you don't have to wait for him to send his email to you.
Well, that'll be easier if he sends it. I'll put in my thing in there. I'll get some pictures together and shoot it down to him and get him all the information he needs and what little modifications you have to do with the thing. So, no problem.
All righty. Sounds good. Let's see. For as long as I'm pointed back this way, KC6RCM, are you around there anywhere? Over? I guess he was in and out. Got him written in here, though. Thank you for that, Dennis. Who'd you call to find out his number?
I called Dave in 1PPP.
Oh, okay. Yeah, RCM used to check in all the time. Now, maybe he moved, and maybe that's why we're not hearing him anymore. I remember the call. He's been in there a lot.
Yeah, Dave said he was out there for doing something. I don't know exactly what the whole thing was. I'll try to get more information next time I talk to him what the total situation is. I don't know.
It doesn't matter. Well, hopefully he'll check in on his own, but he can always check in through you or Dave. Thank you, Dennis. And I'll go back into the Bay Area quickly and call for late checks and missed, and then we'll get on out of here and go call it an evening. Hi. Have a good weekend, Dennis. WB6ISO, K6MYC.
Yeah, okay, Mike, very good, and you take care of yourself down there. Stay cool. I'm going to go warm up here 105 or what you're talking about. And give my very, very best to Judy as well. 73 to you. Take care. Have a pleasant evening. WB6ISO.
Yeah, thank you, Dennis. 73. Okay, anybody else while I'm here? K6MYC Bozo Net. Anybody? Okay, I'm going back to the Bay Area for late checks and missed. Okay, Bay Area, late checks or missed. K6MYC 432 Bozo Net. Over. Looking for you, Gary, WB6WNI or WB6JNN. Anybody?
Yeah, hold on, please, while I was away.
Okay, one last call for the Bay Area, please. K6MYC Bozo Net. Anybody late checks or missed? Bay Area. WB6WNI, KT2G, WB6JNN, KB6BA, WA6AXX, K6MYC. Anybody?
Mike, here he is, WB6WNI, W6WNI 1090.
Boy, you got under the wire by a hair tonight. Good evening, Gary.
Oh, good evening, Mike. Yes, no kidding. We had a very late dinner, very late. Anyway, it didn't go, nothing like last night, but I can hear you perfectly. I don't know how well you can possibly be because you're coming in about a past 1 at the moment, but maybe you're hearing me okay back to you?
Was that a question for me? I'm having a little trouble copying because of the flutter over.
Oh, yeah, so you answered my question. I was just wondering how would you copy that? There's flutter. There's a little flutter back. There's more power to the over doing it, but it doesn't fit you at all. Anyway, Mike, so what's the way to go? I haven't heard anybody this evening. But anyway, back to you.
Roger, well, at times you're Q5, and then you drop right down into the noise, so you're not really strong tonight. I've heard much better signals from you on this band, so I don't know what's going on there, but maybe it's just too late for 432. So I didn't get much of the last one. I was wiggling the antenna back and forth to see if I could find a better peak, but you seem to be peaking right where you should, but it's just not very strong. Anyway, good evening. Thanks for getting in here quickly, Gary. I wish I was doing better on the reception here. WB6WNI 1090 K6MYC, over.
Oh, very good, Mike. So you peaked out there. This is massive USD tonight. So anyway, hopefully I'm right because the way anybody's going to be free.
Yep, 7373. Anybody else before we close the net here on 432? This is K6MYC, Delta Mike 07, Bozo 47, closing the 432 net. Okay, Rob, are you there?
Of course.
Of course. Okay. I can't count, but we got a pretty good count here. I think we're up in the 20s here somewhere. Any number you're confused with? Did you get the KC6RCM one?
Yeah, I remember Doug checking in. There was also a lady over there and a guy. Their numbers were one apart, or their call signs were just a few apart. I think they had some issues with each other over there, and they just got off the air. Some kind of argument, I guess.
Oh, I was Dave and the other guy. There's two Daves over there, and the other Dave just gave up because they didn't like each other. They're on different sides of the political aisle there, over.
Yeah, something like that, I remember. But anyway, yeah, I remember the RCM. That sounds familiar.
I think we chatted more. Some of the stuff that we talked about with him would come back. I have a feeling that I have a lot of collected information in my head about him, but I just can't. It isn't coming forward quickly here. All I know is it's very familiar when I heard it. All right. You want to make a count?
Yeah, hang on. I've got 25 like last night.
Okay. I'll write 25 in there and see what Judy comes up with. She'll probably have the same.
Okay, I'll send it off tonight.
All righty. I'll give it to Judy and see how she does. I'm sure that I don't have anything that you don't have. You were here most of the time, and I don't think I worked anybody unusual.
Yeah, nope. Just see, Paul had some check-ins, and I think that was just 336, and we didn't get 160, did he?
No, just 336 was the only check-in.
Okay, and I think I got everybody. There's there was something going on around the time that Lee and Dave were checking in, and Adam, but I think I got them all.
Yeah, Dan checked in HK 803.
Yeah, I got him.
Okay. Yeah, and then Dave, BBG, and I did not hear Mike tonight, W6PE.
Yeah, I was wondering about him. He's got all the bands, I think, and he usually checks in.
Yeah, but he didn't show tonight. Maybe he was just, he goes to bed early, but maybe he just was too tired tonight.
Yeah, it could be. I think he's a ways away from the fire, so he didn't have to worry about that. Frank was just directly east of that fire, but they put it out at 10 acres, I guess.
Yeah, 3 or 4 miles away, and Frank was on top of it.
All right, that sounds good. We'll say 73 is Mike, K6NYC, KM6SRR.
Okay, we should be in touch. If you don't hear from me by noon or so tomorrow, I'll or 3 o'clock or say, man, let's go a little later, and we'll give a little bit more window to Judy's daughter, because she may elect not to come down. She's got 2 dates tomorrow, one early morning doctor's appointment and then a court thing. And I just can't see how she's going to get here before 2 or 3 in the afternoon. And I'll suggest to Judy tonight that maybe she should just stay over and come down Saturday morning. That would be a lot easier for everybody, I think, over.
Yeah, whatever works for you. Does that mean that you'll come by yourself or you won't go?
No, I think Judy will come. We just have to make sure the dogs will be okay. We'll play it. I'll let you know. I think Judy will not worry about the dogs for a few hours. They'll be all right in the bedroom. Get them bedded down and peed and eaten and close the lights off, and then they are generally okay.
Yep, I think so, but good luck in convincing her.
Yeah, I hear you. All right, take care. Good evening to you, Aaron, if you're listening in the background there. Aaron was very quiet tonight. K6USY, K6MYC.
Oh, I'm here. You just got busy. And yeah, just a reminder that there's dessert at the club meeting tomorrow.
Oh, I know. That's the whole reason for going. Who's on the agenda for the program?
Well, it's our annual old radio night, so drag out something from the barn and bring it down.
Oh, I brought my crystal set the last time.
Yeah, great fun.
What's that?
Oh, that's great fun. This is a very popular meeting.
Yeah, I know. Thank you, John.
Hi, John. I don't know if my AGC will recover from you keying up.
Oh, you're only 20 over.
You're 40.
He's very light here, though. John was just barely detectable. The only reason I knew it was John is what his content.
I'm pointed at Ralph.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yep.
Did you work Ralph by any chance?
No.
Well, Ralph cannot rotate up this way anymore. His antenna on 432 is broken. Rotator's broken, over.
Okay. Well, I can either leave it flowing out, Aaron, or I can turn it up to you and move your F-meter more.
Well, that's okay. But I just wanted to let you know that I don't think Ralph is even trying up this way anymore, over.
Yeah, right. No, I didn't even try to catch him. But that's where the rotor's pointed.
bad somebody down there in the Bozo Southern California group can't go over and help Ralph with his rotor. That's pathetic, isn't it?
We all do what we can.
Well, obviously they aren't doing what they can. They're too wrapped up in fighting ice.
Well, let's not go there.
I think Mike KG6EXO did the net control for down there, so you might be able to get a hold of him, KM6SR.
Well, we can't do what Ralph won't do, so Ralph's got to make it happen on his own as far as getting contact with people.
No, I was meaning about checking into their net.
Yeah, I don't know when. I guess I think it's up on 432/120, isn't it?
Yep, that's what he says here.
And is it the same time as ours?
7 PST.
Oh, 7 o'clock. Okay. Well, we could try earlier. I could certainly try and get him if he'll listen up this way. Well, that's a good thought. Let's see if we can remember to do that next week. Maybe we can get somebody to get in here from L.A. Ralph isn't the only one that's got an antenna that points and has gain. 7-3 all. Good evening, John. Good evening, Aaron. Have a good weekend. We'll see you guys Sunday night, if not somewhere else sooner, like 40 meters tomorrow, Aaron. K6MYC. Good night, Rob.
Yeah, I'll be around in the morning, so I'll have to flip on 40 meters, and then I got to go downtown I got a couple of meetings tomorrow, so, and may or may not see you guys at the club meeting. K6USY Fresno. Let's see, let's go to John, and then Rob, and then we'll finish it up there. So go ahead, John.
Yeah, are you sure? Did you say you may not get to the club meeting?
No, I'll be there. It's just whether or not you'll make it up there. So.
Oh, yeah.
We see ya. Go ahead, John.
Yeah, I'm more iffy than you are. Go ahead, John.
Okay, I will be there. I love beer floats, and I love the old-time meeting. Exactly one of my ideas, and spot on. I think it's fabulous. So I will bring something old besides myself. Rob?
Okay, John, I want to make sure you're done. Yeah, the only old I could bring is myself, I guess. Marcus did give me a Heathkit radio, but I know nothing about it as far as explaining anything. Over.
I'm sure everybody else will know plenty about it.
Okay, well, I could throw that in then.
No problem.
Anyway, good night, all. K6MI, K6USY, K6MYC, and KM6SR going QRT.
73.
All right, good night, guys. And Rob, yeah, you just got to convince somebody else to talk about it for you. just get Ken to do it. I'm sure he's got tons of stuff he can talk about. K6USY. Good night, guys.